evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Thursday, July 26, 2012. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Chip Ramsey with the Saturday Independent newspaper. In tonight's news, 6th District Congressional candidate Lou Ann Zelnick picks up some key endorsements yesterday. Coffee County passes a new budget with no new taxes, and school books could be a thing of the past for students in the Tullahoma City school system. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
Hello, Trim McNabb here at Sam McNabb Chevrolet. On behalf of the McNabb family, I'd like to invite you and your family out to our grand opening all day, Friday and Saturday, August 3rd and 4th. We'll have great door prizes like flat screen TVs, an iPad, Apple TVs, and Garmin navigations. And of course, we'll have hot dogs and cold drinks both days. And my favorite part, stop by and meet the Titans cheerleaders. So come join us as we celebrate all month long our grand opening. I'm even going to invite my brother.
Around here, your word is your bond. But Washington politicians like Diane Black don't follow this rule.
I'm running for Congress to stop Washington from barring away her future.
But Diane Black voted for Obama's $2.1 trillion debt increase and the failed super committee.
Congress is spending us into bankruptcy.
And Diane Black voted against the $2.5 trillion budget cut. Stop Double Talk Diane Black on August 2nd.
Congressional Elections PAC is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Everybody's in a business. A realtor helps build your family with a home to grow in. A doctor keeps you healthy and can fix a broken heart. An accountant keeps you on track for your future dreams. As a master IJO jeweler, Woodard's Diamond Showroom is a little of all of these because we're in the love business. We're there for your family's special times with regular happiness checkups and symbols of love. That's our business at Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Speaking in a joint appearance in Mount Juliet, 6th District Congressional candidate Lou Ann Zelnick yesterday announced the endorsement of Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman May Beavers, Tennessee House Speaker Pro Tem Judd Matheny, and Senator Kerry Roberts. Matheny, who represents Coffee County and a portion of Warren County, said in his endorsement of Zelnick, quote, Lou Ann Zelnick has been subjected to a series of false attacks challenging her district residency and conservative credentials. In addition, the legal system has been misused by the incumbent in an effort to discredit and smear Lou Ann's character, as evidenced by Monday's Wilson County Superior Court decision in favor of Lou Ann. Voters of the 6th District need to know that these ads are false and that Lou Ann is a law-abiding, practicing conservative who will make an excellent representative of the people. Lou Ann Zelnick knows responsible leadership that places the benefit to the people over political games can make a real difference in the lives of Tennesseans. I'm proud to endorse her for Congress and urge voters across the 6th District to join us and stand with Lou Ann Zelnick, end quote.
School books could be a thing of the past for students in the Tullahoma City school system. Jim spoke earlier this week with Director of City Schools, Dr. Dan Lawson. Let's watch.
Certainly today, if I go home and decide to work on one of my vehicles, and I hope I don't get in that much trouble because I'm not mechanically inclined. But if I do so, the first place I start to look for a user's manual is on the internet. Much the same thing happens in the school place. So we think it's terribly naive to stick to paper and books when we could in fact look at digital delivery of content. So we think it's terribly important to start migrating to digital content and having that content on computers and having those computers available to every child in our school system. We have spent a lot of time with our board talking about that. That's become one of their priorities. Invited Mayor Curley, and he was very excited about that prospect. And we're taking this to City Hall on the 13th of August. Certainly that suggests to our community that we want to be on the cutting edge. But just as importantly, it suggests to a lot of folks that who are thinking about coming here to identify places where there are skilled workers, where folks are concerned about education, tells them that this is a spot they need to be looking at. So we think this could be a real integral piece of business development and business recruitment in our community.
Okay, and I would guess, I'm about out of time, but I would guess that every child is going to be given, provided some device.
Yeah, what we're looking at right now is putting a laptop or a tablet in the hand of every kid, and in that, our only real question is, where do we start? How low do we go? We're still battling and dialoguing as to how low we start the implementation, but we think it's something that's important, and we think it's a dynamic that will serve our kids and our community very well.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
It is said that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the Eye Care Center wants to make your eyes the best windows possible. The professionals at the Eye Care Center have been offering comprehensive eye care for over 30 years. From eye examinations to eye surgery, from children to seniors, we have the services you need. We pride ourselves on taking the time to fully understand our patients' wants and needs. Each patient is a unique situation and deserves our full attention and the latest treatment options. So call or stop by one of our 4 convenient locations and start seeing better today.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Hi, I'm Kayla Thompson. For the past 15 years, you viewed my father's commercials and watched us grow up. We're here today to say thank you for your continuous support and introduce the new faces of Thompson Ford.
Lori,
Josh,
Olivia,
Nick,
Michael, Nathan. Even though some of us are going off to college or moving away, we just wanted to say that you can always count on a Thompson to be a part of the community. Come and see us at Thompson Ford, Tullahoma, Tennessee. Thank you.
Welcome back. Early voting for the August 2nd primary ends this Saturday. Philip Scoggins spoke with Vernita Davis, who's administrator of the Coffee County Election Commission, about how that process has gone.
The turnout has been really good. As of yesterday afternoon, we voted 1,300 people. The majority of those are voted in here in this office, and then the rest of them is voted in Tullahoma at the City Stamps Community Center.
Okay, can you tell us where we're at?
Okay, we're at the Coffee County Election Commission office, and our hours here is from 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, and 8:30 to 12 on Saturdays. And at the City Stamps Community Center, the hours is 9 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 12 on Saturday.
And how long can they continue to early vote before they have to wait for the general?
Early voting ends the 28th. Of July, which is a Saturday, so we will be there till 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Is there anything they need to bring with them when they come to vote?
We would like for the voters to bring their state or federal photo ID to vote. If they don't have it, they can vote anyway, but they will have to vote a provisional ballot, which is a paper ballot, and then they will have 2 business days after the election to bring us a copy of their photo ID.
Okay, so the new voter ID registration law is in effect now?
Yes,
okay.
Yes it is.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Early voting is gaining popularity all across Tennessee. Tennessee Election Commission Coordinator of Elections, Mark Owens, told the Chattanooga Times Free Press that this year's early voting turnout is on track to surpass the last 2 comparable August elections. Owens said early voting, which started in 1994, has become more popular every year. In 2008, about 206,000 votes came in early, which accounted for 37% of the total vote. As of last Friday, more than 117,000 100,000 people had voted already for the upcoming August 2nd election. Owen said he expects the number of early voters to jump substantially the last 3 or 4 days of the early voting period.
Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey spoke recently with our colleagues at tnreport.com about his party's decision to bank the extra $500 million in surplus taxes the state has collected this year, rather than using them to reduce college tuition cost hikes. Let's watch the video.
We have set a great precedent this year in the fact that we did not spend money we did not know we had. There was speculation that the revenues will be increasing. We knew that. But at the same time, I think it is good policy to wait till you come back next year to figure out what you do have, not what you might have. And that's where we'll be working this year. And I think when we saw that on a federal level that I honestly thought Obamacare would be overturned. It wasn't. And so there's going to be a lot of added expense to states. Don't know where that's going to be, whether we opt out of the Medicaid expansions, whether we don't do the exchanges, all that's still up in the air, but at least we'll be one of the few states probably that will have money in the bank to deal with it. So I think that's good fiscal policy.
Would that be the first thing that you might consider with that surplus, knowing, okay, look, we've got to deal with this new health care law potentially?
That'll be one of the decisions we'll have to make, but there are a lot of other decisions out there too that we'll have to make, but that'll be one of those decisions. And again, I think that is good fiscal policy. And keep in mind, surpluses are all relative, because we, the state of Tennessee, have been well run, and Democrat and Republican administrations, and we don't overestimate revenues. We try to take the low end of revenue estimates. Then when it comes in higher, suddenly you have a, quote, surplus.
So you disagree with Fitzhugh, who says that we could have been using this to offset tuition?
I do disagree with that, because I think that's not the way this needs to be used right now. We did not know for sure how much money we would have, and again, I think it's good fiscal policy to keep that money in the bank until we figure it out.
Fitzhugh predicted it pretty well what it was going to
keep in mind, the key word in that sentence, predicted. It's predicted it pretty well. I don't like to do things on predicted. I like to do things on what we have. And I think we have changed the mindset of state government this year that we're not going to do on predicted. We're going to do on what we know.
And stay tuned. More Newsleader on 6 is coming up straight ahead.
Tullahoma Surgery Center is Tullahoma's newest and most complete surgical health care facility. The center combines state-of-the-art surgical care with efficient, affordable, and community-based outpatient service. The staff is committed to providing the highest quality care in a warm, personalized setting. The goal is to deliver excellent care and make your visit a pleasant experience. Tullahoma Surgery Center, the area's premier surgery center dedicated to outpatient surgery.
This is J.D. Oliver here at the Smokehouse on Monteagle Mountain. My sisters Betsy, Nancy, and I'd like to thank you for supporting our family business for over 50 years.
Hello, this is Stella Parton, and I am standing here right in the middle of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse restaurant. But you need to come in here. We just got through doing a show. We also have a music scene going on here, and I want to invite you to come down because it is your mountain destination. Music on the Mountain in Monteagle, Tennessee.
My name's Betsy Oliver. I'm the kitchen manager here. We serve a lot of ribs and barbecue and fried chicken.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer, and I just want to let everybody know to stop in at the Smokehouse if you're ever on your way to Chattanooga or Nashville. They not only have a great gift shop, awesome food, great entertainment on Saturday nights, but beautiful cabins to stay in. Check it out.
Make the Smokehouse your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 84 lodge rooms and 20 timber frame log cabins. Look around our trading posts and eat in our delicious restaurant. Enjoy music on the mountain every Saturday night featuring the best of Nashville. Our family hopes to see you this year at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Tullahoma Drug has a gift for keeping well. You know about prescriptions, but there's so much more to tell. There's a gift for all occasions, for body, soul, and mind. Cards to show you care, gifts to show your kind. There are remedies and recipes and treats, you'll want to eat them. Stacks of books from famous cooks and spectacles to read them. Shades and frames, puzzles, games, dishes, plates, and mugs. We're a Tullahoma treasure. We are Tullahoma Drug.
Welcome back. As expected, the Coffee County Commission passed a zero tax increase budget Tuesday night. We spoke yesterday with Coffee County Mayor David Pennington, who gives us a recap of that meeting.
We passed it without a tax increase for the second year. It was mentioned that somebody was questioning about the step raises. Our employees, they get a step raise every other year, and those step raises were figured into the budget. So there's no way that we're going to have to go and make a budget amendment to take care of those step raises. They were figured in the budget, and the budget was passed without a tax increase.
Okay. And there was something to do with the library with some funding.
Well, the library, we had taken $12,100 out of their budget, and due to maintenance of effort, we put that back into their budget.
Okay.
So there's no problem with that, and there's no, it didn't cause no type of increase at all.
Okay.
We're good to go with the library and our budget.
Okay. What do you think about next year? Do you think this is a budget that you can go forward with, or is this something we're going to have to take cuts next year to?
Well, I think right now that the budget that we actually adopted for this year and part of next will be okay. We won't have to worry about having to take any more cuts, with this budget, because it's already done. Now, the next budget, which would be 2013-14, I couldn't tell you. There might have to be some more cuts.
Okay.
But, that's. Let me also say that, we have a real good budget director and a good budget and finance committee. But without Mariana, who is the budget director, and her staff, this would have been hard to do without her. I'll just tell you that right now.
Okay. And at the meeting, there was a resolution for Chris Bird and Dale Goodwin. Can you tell me what those were?
Those resolutions, the one for Chris Bird, Chris Bird was a commissioner who resigned, so we did a resolution for him for his service. And let me say that Chris Bird done an excellent job as a commissioner. And the other one, the resolution, Dale Goodwin, who is a county officer for over 20 years, he had passed away, so that's what that resolution was for.
Okay. And what about Frank Watkins and the IT committee?
When Chris Bird resigned as a commissioner, he was also on the IT committee. And what we did, we just put Frank Watkins, who is an investigator at the Sheriff's Department, he took his place on the IT committee.
Okay. And there was also a report given about the county jail.
Well, yes. The report is, the good news is that we've got the bad issue took care of, but we do have a small portion of the rear exit of the property that we're working on for the new jail that has probably less than 1/10 of an acre. Very small piece that we're going to have to take care of before we can actually build a road on that piece. But we're working through that.
Okay. What do you mean by take care of?
Well, we'll probably have to mitigate that. Either create a little bit more wetlands. We've identified 3 or 4 pieces of wetlands on this 42 acres, they're very small pieces. What we'll probably do is maybe make one of those sites a little bit larger and create a little bit more wetlands with that, so that we can use that piece for the exit.
Okay. And there was also Rural Solid Waste purchased a building. Can you tell us what that is?
Rural Solid Waste did purchase a building. It's right across the street from the building that they have now, and it's on a corner lot. And the way I understand it, they're going to use this building for all the paint, the thinners, the type of stuff that could catch on fire, and the purpose of this is to store it separate from the main building, because they got several $1 million worth of trucks in that building. So I think that's the whole purpose of it, to separate it, and just to let you know, they bought that for around $92, and it appraises for around $95. So they done a good job on that. They did an excellent job purchasing that piece of property.
Okay, David. Well, thank you for speaking to us today.
Listen, thank you for coming by.
More Newsleader is coming up after these messages.
Hello, I'm Steve Roller from Warren County, Tennessee. I'm running for the State Senate 16th District, which includes counties of Warren, Van Buren, Grundy, Sequatchie, Marion, Franklin, and Coffee. Jobs are the most important issue in this campaign. which needs education and a skilled labor force, affordable health care, and better roads and water. All of these factors make jobs. I am a family man raised on a farm with a successful law practice of 30-plus years. I served as your state senator in 2008. I'm the most qualified and experienced candidate in the race. I would appreciate your vote in the Democratic primary. Early voting begins July 17th. General election is on August 2nd. I will not let you down. Your vote could make the difference, and I want your vote. Thank you very much.
Are you looking for a new car dealer that offers no games, no gimmicks, no hassles? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Keith Barnett here today with my nephew Clay to tell you about the all-new 2012 Kia Optima. Yours today for $21,995 after rebates and incentives. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. My question is, tell them, Clay.
Why buy anywhere else?
Times have changed since Traders Bank first opened our doors in 1889. Back then, online banking meant people were waiting ahead of you. And technology? The word hadn't even been invented yet. Even though banking has transformed over the years, at Traders, one thing has never changed. Friendly smiles, a neighborly hello, and a sincere appreciation for our customers. When a Traders employee says, "You're welcome," you are, and you always will be. Traders Bank, you're welcome. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
John Gray stopped by the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center for the opening of Brian Nash and Madonna Bush's new exhibits. John gives us a tour of the show and spoke with the featured artists.
All right, this is John Gray, and I'm at the Fine Arts Center, and it is opening night with Brian Nash and Madonna Bush. And we're going to look at some of the artwork on the walls and some of the jewelry and get an interview with the artist. Both artists. And as you can see, there's jewelry around the room. Look at that. That one's so good looking, they had to put it in a cage, keep somebody from taking it.
Hello.
All right, folks, we're with Brian Nash, and he is one of the artists that is exhibiting at the Fine Arts Center this month, and he's standing in front of candy corn on one side and Volkswagens on the other side. Brian, welcome to Tullahoma.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing what you do?
I have been painting for about 1.5 years now, actually. I hadn't painted before, and it was just something I picked up impulsively on a whim and found that I enjoyed it. And pretty much right away, too, people started asking me for paintings, which was pretty shocking. And I thought, maybe this is something I enjoy doing, and I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it.
And what was your prior career?
Hey, a lot. I have an MBA from Dartmouth College. I was director of retail marketing for Polo Ralph Lauren in New York. Got bored with that, moved down to Nashville, write songs, had a few dozen songs recorded, and started to not like the music industry as much as...
It's a tough industry, isn't it?
It's not just tough, it's just... I'm better off being a fan of music than participating in it, and I just was casting about for something else to do and started painting and haven't written a song since.
Well, I noticed most of your work is numerous of the same thing.
Yeah.
Why did you head that way? What caused you sort of to do that?
Couldn't tell you. Maybe it's because of my background in advertising that I'm drawn to graphics and repeating images. Maybe it's because I love Andy Warhol, who does a lot of repetition in his work as well. I don't know. It was just I hadn't thought about what I was going to paint. It just came out.
Everything from Volkswagens to rabbits.
Yeah,
huh?
I really don't, it's not premeditated. I didn't think this is going to be my style. It just happened.
And people like it.
Thank God.
Well, we're glad you're going to be, your work's going to be in Tullahoma for a month now. Yes. And this is opening night, and we're going to have a lot of folks come up and see this. And we will also put this all on our television network, and maybe we can get some interest coming from our outside counties into Tullahoma to see this.
That would be awesome.
Brian, thank you very much for your time and your talent.
Thank you.
All right, folks, now I'm with Madonna Bush, and she is also an artist that is exhibiting this month at the Fine Arts Center, and she is a wonderful jewelry designer and jewelry maker. And Madonna, thank you so much for bringing your art and your excellence to the Art Center in Tullahoma.
I am thrilled to be here.
How long have you been involved in your craft?
I've been making jewelry now for about 5 years.
5 years. And what do you draw your inspiration from?
Anything pretty, antique, whimsical. I love vintage pieces. I love found pieces. If I can't find it, I'll make it.
You make one. And you also have someone, I'm sure, that gives you a little inspiration in that you're married to Michael Bush.
Yes, I'm married to Michael Bush. So there's a painter in the family already, so now we have a jewelry maker.
Now we have a jewelry maker. Well, your stuff is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for being with us this month, and I hope you have great success.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment with your weather forecast.
The highest standard of integrity delivers stability and honor. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of integrity in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has offices in Tullahoma. And for your banking convenience, offices all across this region. At Citizens Tri-County Bank, we listen when you tell us what you want in banking. So at our beautiful new Tullahoma downtown office at 201 North Jackson Street, enjoy the kids' playroom, home-like fireplace sitting area, drive-up 24/7 ATM, ample parking, and lighted and camera-monitored drive-thrus. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1952 at 100 degrees. Record low was in 1948 at 54 degrees. Average high on this day is 87 and the average low is 67. For tonight, look for partly cloudy weather with a low of around 76. Isolated thunderstorms in your forecast for Friday with a high of 88 and a low of 69, and partly cloudy weather expected for Saturday with a high of 92 and a low of 68. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great night.